we're going to talk about how to design a solid training program. You would not believe how many people I meet with literally on a daily. Hey there guys, my name is Justin Main, and if you're familiar with my work, you would know that I'm actually a pro wrestler and an actor for the most part. You've seen a little bit of my stuff on my other YouTube channel. Well, now I'd like to welcome you to my brand new fitness channel, where this is going to be focused solely on training, nutrition, health, so on and so forth. On this channel, you're going to see different types of videos, everything from my training philosophies, everything from that to different types of exercises that you can do as part of your workouts, to workouts themselves, to recipes, meal ideas, nutritional advice. You're going to see a lot of different things on this channel that I feel will help you out, like they've helped out with my clients before. Outside of pro wrestling and acting, I do work as a personal trainer full-time. I've worked as a personal trainer since 2009. I am certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. I actually also have a extra certification in corrective exercise, which is also known as like post-physical therapy. But I've worked with a wide variety of different types of people, everybody from weight loss clients to athletic conditioning to bodybuilding. You name it, I've probably met with that type of person. So that's why I feel I can give you a lot of knowledge and education based off of real life practices that I've used. So today, for the first video I'm going to launch on this channel, we're going to talk about how to design a solid training program. You would not believe how many people I meet with literally on a daily basis that don't have any idea on how to put a workout program together. It's more than just glute kickbacks and bicep curls and doing cardio endlessly for hours. There's a lot that goes into it. So today I'm going to go over pretty much how I set up all of my programs and the 5 rules that I like to use. So number 1, I want to blank because blank. It's literally as simple as that. I meet with so many people that have no idea what they want to do with their exercise goals. They don't know how much weight they want to lose. They don't know how much weight they want to lift. There's just so many different types of goals out there. And generally when I meet with somebody, they always say, I just want to lose weight. Okay, but why? Why do you want to lose weight? A good goal always has a because after it. So for example, say I wanted to lose 50 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds because, hell, maybe I want to fit in that bikini that I used to wear. I'm just using that as an example. It's not me personally. I don't wear bikinis. But anyways, so that is a good goal. I want to lose 50 pounds because I want to fit into something that I used to fit into. It makes the goal more realistic. It makes it more attainable. It makes you realize how much you want it. A lofty goal is basically something that isn't well defined. So if you can define your goal a little bit more in detail, it's something that I feel like you're going to work harder for, and that's why I have a lot of my clients and the people I meet with do that with theirs. Number 2, set a realistic time frame and a stretch goal. So by a realistic time frame, say if we use that example of wanting to lose 50 pounds. There's no way in effing hell you're going to lose 50 pounds in 1 month. And if you do, kudos to you, but you're probably going to mess up your metabolism quite a bit. So let's set something realistic. A good natural weight loss progression would be about 1 to 2 pounds per week. That's something that the body can adjust to and not freak the metabolism out over. So if we take that into consideration, we're looking at about 25 weeks realistically that we can lose that 50 pounds and not really do any damage to the metabolism, not really do any damage to hormonal release, cortisol, insulin and blood sugar regulation, internal metrics, strength. There's a lot of different things that can kind of go into this. So if we can basically control it a little bit better in the meantime, you're going to see results a lot better, and they're going to be more sustainable over the long haul. Now, the reason why I said stretch goal is that some people do end up attaining these goals a lot quicker than the expected time frame. So say we lost that 50 pounds in, 20 weeks. It happens. I've seen people lose literally over 100 pounds in 3 months, so it's possible. If we lose that 50 pounds in 20 weeks, then what do we do after that? Well, there's nowhere else to go, right? Wrong. We figure out another goal. So you lose that 50 pounds in 20 weeks. Why don't we try to increase caloric intake and build some muscle at the end of that 20 weeks? So we got to your goal weight. You look really good, right? Cool. Let's build a little bit on top of that. Now that we can actually see that muscle, we can actually see some definition, why don't we try to build upon that foundation that we had? So let's take that extra 5 weeks and maybe do a little bit more of a strength training approach, more of a muscle building type of approach. So there's different things that we can work on after that goal is attained that isn't just getting to that goal and then not having anywhere to go after that. Number 3, a good program is like writing and reading a book. So imagine this. Your exercises are your words, your sentences are your workouts, your chapters are your phases in the program, and your book is the program itself. Now think about that. If those words are out of order, if those sentences are not structured well, if you go from chapter 1 to chapter 4 immediately, and then you just don't finish the book, period, how good is that book going to be? You're probably not going to understand really anything that happens with it. Treat your training program very similarly. You want to structure it in a way that makes sense. I usually always start off my training programs with some sort of major compound lift. So a bench press, a squat, a deadlift, a pull-up, overhead press, something of that nature. And from there, I see what my weak points are, and we'll get to that in actually number 4, but I see what I need to work on. So maybe on my overhead press, my triceps are failing, and I can't push that weight up past a certain point. So for that workout, for that training program, I should probably focus a lot of my attention on building up that strength in my triceps. So that way I can have a more effective overhead press. Now, say from there, I'm trying to build up my medial deltoid, so the side of the shoulder. It's a little bit on the smaller side, and everything else is a little bit bigger or more pronounced. So I'm going to put a lot of my attention on building up that medial deltoid. I'm putting everything in a certain alignment, even the reps, the sets, the weights that I use, in a certain alignment that makes sense towards what my goals are. And that takes me to number 4. You fix the weak areas first. So as I was saying, suppose on my overhead press, I'm getting about halfway through and I can't lock out my arms. Typically a tricep issue. So at that point, I need to build up tricep strength. So a good follow-up exercise would be to focus on maybe dips or a close grip bench press or something of that nature, to where I'm focusing on that weak part of my lift. I want to hammer that down as much as possible, so that way when I go into the next session and I do an overhead press, say for an extra set, I want to be able to get through that set without fatiguing like I did the previous week. So look at your program in a very similar nature. Don't focus strictly on what looks good on you already or what is already strong. Work on the areas that need to be brought up a little bit. I can tell you offhand, most people are very push dominant. They're not very pull dominant. So you're going to want to make sure you're doing a lot of pulling movements to balance out the amount of push strength that you actually have. So more horizontal rowing, like seated back rows in a cable station, or hammer strength iso low row, or something of that type that will actually help build up that weak area. Because you'd be surprised how strong you can get by just fixing that small little area that could be weak. Even your rotator cuff. You can stabilize the weight better, you can push it better. So try to keep that in mind when you are designing your program. It's not about just focusing on what you're really good with, it's about bringing up what you're not so good with. And that takes me to the last but definitely not least, consistency. I underlined this and I exclamation pointed it for a reason. If I give you a 5-day-a-week program and consistently you're only making it 3 days per week into the gym, you're probably not going to see the results you're looking for. You need to be in the gym consistently. You need to be putting in the effort and the amount of work needed in accordance to how the program is designed, especially when it comes to nutrition. Say if you're tracking calories and macronutrients and you are eating a certain amount based off of how active you are, and then you slow down that activity, guess what's going to end up happening? That excess calories, those excess carbohydrates, fats, proteins, your macronutrients, they're going to build up. And over time, your body isn't going to have as much of a need for it. So guess what ends up happening? It gets stored as fat in the body. Very important to have a certain level of consistency with your program. Now, not every program needs to be 5, 6, 7 days per week. It can be 3 days. But you need to make sure that it's a consistent 3 days for you and you base your nutrition off of that. If you don't, your results are probably going to slow down quite a bit or they're going to plateau much quicker. So know what you can do at bare minimum and then stick to it. Stay motivated, stay focused. You're going to have days where you're not going to feel like lifting. You're going to have days where you hate cardio. You're going to have a stressful day at work and you're going to want to eat a crap ton of bread and sugars and a whole lot of other things. We all go through that. But the trick is to make sure that you don't lose sight of what you're trying to accomplish. If you can fit that into your program, by all means, go ahead. But if you can't, or your goals are so large and you're in a time crunch to be able to accomplish those goals, probably wouldn't be the best idea to deviate too much from the program and to lose that consistent effort that you put in. Think about it like that. You've put so much work, so much emotion, so much mental fortitude into this journey of yours. Why drop off now? You're doing so well. There's no point to lose that consistency, no matter what's going on. So do your best to stay as consistent as you can. Whether it takes 2 months or 2 years to get to your goal, if you stick to that consistent schedule and that consistent focus, I guarantee you're going to get to your goals, whatever they may be, a lot quicker than the person who keeps on deviating and losing sight of what they want to do. So those are my 5 rules for a good, solid strength training program. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit on my philosophies when it comes to training. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can comment below on this video or you can shoot me an email at justinmanefitness@gmail.com. You can also reach out to me on social media. Twitter and Snapchat are Justin Main Off. Facebook and Instagram are Justin Main Official. Again, if you have any questions, anything else you want to know, or if there's any topics you'd like to see me cover going forward, I definitely want to take all of that into consideration. So please let me know, and hopefully I can help you guys soon. So please like the video, please subscribe, and please share if you feel this is going to be helpful to somebody else. And I will see you guys next time. Stay starstruck.